Hello, welcome back to another Anything for Life video. And as you read by the title, this is another Kobo Color video because, as you know, I love this device. And for this tutorial, we're going to be going through Calibre. And as you well know, if you know about Calibre, Calibre is an ebook managing software that you can use for any e-reader in general. Now, for my scenario, I'm going to be using this to add features that you would normally not get from side-loaded ebooks and put them on your Kobo Color or any Kobo device for that matter. Now, this tutorial will be focusing on my Kobo Color, but there are other devices that also support this. If you're a Kindle user, this will not work. This particular tutorial will not work for you. All right then, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Step number 1. So, what you'll need for this tutorial, you'll need an e-reader or the Kobo Color. It doesn't matter what e-reader, except it can be a Kindle. Then you'll also need a connector for the e-reader to connect into your PC. Now, this connector can be either the one that the Kobo gave to you or the one that you just have lying around. Now, this cable has to have data transfer enabled. If it doesn't have data transfer, this will not work. Okay, with that out of the way, let's also move on. You'll also need a laptop, obviously. Now, go on for the first step. You'll need to go onto Google and search up Calibre. Once you've searched up Calibre, you'll have to go to Calibre eBook Management. It's a site. I'm going to move through there, and it will be taking you to Calibre. Now, Calibre, as I said before, is an ebook management suite. What we'll need to do now is to download Calibre. Once we're in the download section of the Get Calibre, you'll need to go to the Windows version. As you go into the Windows version, you can see a download Calibre 64-bit. If you're currently working on a Windows 10 laptop that is higher than version 1809, or even in Windows 11, like I am on now, then you shall use the version 8.12. If you're using a Windows 10 version older than version 1809, use Calibre 7.26 and click the older versions. Then, once you're done, click Download Calibre. I'm going to go to the download section of my folder, my download history, and I'm going to click this button. This MSI suite will now open up in a few seconds. And as you see here, it's the Windows install that's preparing to install. Now, welcome to the Calibre 64-bit setup, and now we'll have to move on. Migrating features from stated related applications. I already have Calibre installed, which is why I am going to be updating it. So, as you can see here, this is a general license for Calibre as freeware. Click I accept and click install. We are now going to fast forward this. Once it's finally done, that took a really long time, what you want to do now is once you have your books, the books won't already be here. The reason it's already here now is because I put them here. But what you're going to do is this will be completely blank and it will just say Quick Start Guide. What you'll need to do then is you'll need to click Add Books and locate the file folder of where your books are located and put them into your area. Now, once you get these books would probably be very poorly formatted. I'm not going to question where you got these books, but they're probably going to be poorly formatted. So, what you'll need to do then is you'll probably have to edit the metadata. Now, how do I edit the metadata, you ask? Well, it's quite easy. Right-click the book you want to edit the metadata with and click Edit Metadata individually. Let's give it a second. Once you're here, there's so much stuff you can change. Right now, you can change the name or title of the book. You can change the author of the book. And you can add a series and add the number of the books. This is a very useful feature and it will be useful later. as you can see, usually any book that you sideload normally through to the Kobo, it usually won't be seen through the series area. It will also not be seen in your books. What happens then is that what we will do right now is we're going to update the metadata to include the author and include the number. When we do this, you can literally search up an author and it will be there. Unlike what usually shows up as a bunch of numbers and data. Now, you can update whatever you want to update here, and you can even change the about. You can change the cover here, or you can even generate a new one. You can browse your desktop to put a cover that you found on the internet, or you can ask it to download a cover that it will find through metadata. Now, let's move on. Once you've updated whatever you want to update here, click close. Now, after you do this with every single book you own, now what you'll need to do is you'll now need to go and plug your Kobo in to send these books to your Kobo. Once you're done, how to do that is you'll need to grab your Type-C cable and plug it in to your Kobo. I'm going to do that now. Plug it in. So, once it's been connected, I'm going to just quickly put my pin in. Now, you should see your Kobo. Now, what you'll need to do then is go to your Nickel menu if you have one, and click Connect to USB. Click Connect, and now it's connected. Now, what you'll see now shortly, it will now, a new refresh this is the Calibre stuff. And then now you should see a new folder called Device. Now, Device will basically show you what's currently here, and it will show you a bunch of metadata, and it will show you the books that you have. Now, these books, what you'll need to do now to get through all these authors and series, I actually took a lot of time trying to figure out how to get the series and how to get the author sort correctly onto my Kobo, because it just kept not working. And usually what I would do is then, after you upload it, you would click eject, right? That's what I did too, and it didn't work. What you'll need to do then is you'll actually need to click eject, and then you'll need to connect your Kobo again. You'll need to connect this Kobo again to your Calibre. So you click Nickel menu, then you want to click connect to USB, then connect. And then in a second or two, you should get device. Now, what you want to do here in the device, while we've reconnected it, is to click Update Cached Metadata on Device. Once you update this cached metadata, you will now get a bunch of prompts, and you will now get this on your series tab. It's actually very easy to do. It's just I was stuck on this for ages, and I don't know why. So, once you're finally done with your device, you want to click eject, and your Kobo will go back to normal. And then, what you'll see now, if you go to My Books, you should see now, in the series, you should now see a bunch of series. Isn't that amazing? And in the author sort, this should be correctly put in. Now, for collections, you'll have to do it yourself. But books, it will now show up in your books library. It will now show up in your authors library. And it will finally show up in the series library. I hope you've learned something from this tutorial today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you, and peace.